It's much better to sell 5 things to one person than sell one thing to 5 people. It's so much harder work. Thinking about where your customer is or where that prospect is when they first come into your business and thinking about, right, how can I put together a package that solves their problem and gives them a better outcome? Howdy team, in this week's episode, I'm talking to you all about moving your business from 5 to 6 figures, from startup to 6 figures. Because after last week's episode talking about 6 to 7 figures, I had loads of mentees, loads of my clients, people on social media saying, but Gary, I'm a startup. How do I get going? Oh, I can't generate enough inquiries. Oh, I don't really know what I need to be doing right now in this particular moment. Gary, I'm at 5 figures, but I want to get to 6. What do I need to do? So I thought I'd put this episode together, not just focusing on what you need to do, but teaching you the mistakes that I made so that you don't make them too. Because when you understand what you need to avoid, it's going to help you to make better decisions in the next few years to drive your business forward. So I put together 6 things that are going to help you, 6 big mistakes, 6 steps to you getting more success in your business. And step number 1 is about having a clear and defined vision. If you don't know where you want to be in the next 12 months, then how can you possibly get there? I see so many startup entrepreneurs and business owners leaving the safety of employment and just going straight after, working hard, doing what they've always done in their employment, but not actually saying, okay, what does life need to be like in the next 12 months? Without a satellite navigation destination, without setting a postcode into the future, how can you possibly work extremely hard in order to be able to drive your business forward? How can you make sure that you make the right decisions when you need to move your business forward? How can you stop yourself being pulled pillar to post? Every decision that you make, every challenge that you face, adversity that you must overcome, is all about moving you one step closer to that destination. So the big mistake that I see is not setting clear enough vision for the next 12 months, both in business and in personal life. Step number 2 is all about marketing. And the mistake that I see so often, and I hear so often, is you go self-employed. You get out of the gate, you start doing some marketing, you're phoning everyone you know, you're posting on social media, you're doing video, you're utilizing every single method that you possibly can. And all of a sudden you start to get a bit busy. And then 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the line, all of a sudden you're busy. And what do you stop doing? You stop doing what made you busy. You stop marketing because you get stressed and overwhelmed. You get frustrated because you've got too much stuff on your desk and you don't prioritize what made your business busy in the first place. I do 1 to 3 hours worth of marketing every single day. Now that's changed massively from when I went self-employed in 2006. I used to cold call hundreds of pieces, thousands of pieces of data to get sales. We used to have telephone dialers. We used to just be doing everything we possibly could, calling poor, low quality leads. Whereas now you've got the whole social media world where you can just invest your time into generating inquiries and making it evergreen for the future. So the big mistake is making sure that you're consistent, but making sure that when you get busy, you don't just stop doing what made you busy. You have to delegate and elevate and bring people in to help you. Now, you can't bring people in without doing step number 3, which is process. But not just that. You've no doubt got some kind of sales process in your business, but are you sticking to it 100%? Because the mistake that I often see is allowing the customer, the client, the prospect, the lead to pull you pillar to post in terms of how you want to operate your business. It's your business. So whether you have a 5-step process of new lead, contacted, presentation, sale, and after sale, or whether you've got a 25 step process because it's more detailed, it makes no difference. You have to have that process documented. And when you don't, and you allow your customer to dictate it, you're not going to be able to get them the best possible outcome. The key thing with the process, though, once you've got it down end to end, is about systemizing it. It's also about automating it. And this is the mistake. If you don't put a system in place, you can't move to the next step in step number 4, but you also can't breed consistency. You also can't save yourself time with automation. And you also can't remove yourself from the day-to-day by utilizing step number 4 which is bringing people in to manage the process and the system. I know what it's like. You've gone self-employed. I've been through this journey myself too, as I have with all the other mistakes that have been made. But when you want to go self-employed, it's a huge milestone making that first jump. But then once you've gone self-employed, you have your first lead that comes in from a video, another milestone. You have your first sale that you make, your first invoice that you send, huge milestones. But the next gigantic mountain-based milestone is that first employee, that first recruit that you bring in. And the mistake is waiting too long. If you want to focus your energy and effort into building a business that can provide you with the lifestyle that you want, you can't do that without people. You're going to get overwhelmed, you're going to get stressed, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to be working 12, 15-hour days, which you probably need to do in your first 12 months anyway. But the sooner you can get a PA in, the better it's going to be for your outcome, for your lifestyle, for your stress levels, maybe even your gray hairs like me, maybe even the wrinkles on your forehead like me. You know, but it's that whole thing around making sure that you're able to delegate the lower value tasks, as I've spoken about on a previous episode. Now, it's not necessarily lower value because it's a big part of the process. But once you know that you are generating leads, inquiries, clients, sales, once you delegate out the things that aren't helping you to move forward, chasing through applications, invoicing clients, answering the phone, booking appointments, that time you take, you invest into more marketing, into identifying a clearer vision, into improving the process and the system. But when you put marketing and sales, you're going to immediately have a huge uplift in your turnover and in your profitability and in your time to spend more time doing the things that you love with who you love. And that can be a massive mindset shift and a big hurdle that you have to overcome. The longer you leave it, the more stressed you're going to get. So don't delay. That's the mistake, is the delay. Step number 5 is all about the sales, making sure that you're maximizing every opportunity. And here's the big thing, particularly in financial services that I see, but in so many other industries, it becomes about volume of people coming through the door, volume of leads landing in your inbox, volume of inquiries that you're getting on a day-to-day basis. And the mistake is not maximizing every opportunity, because if you just focus on the volume, it's much better to sell 5 things to one person than sell 1 thing to 5 people. It's so much harder work. Thinking about where your customer is or where that prospect is when they first come into your business, and thinking about, right, how can I put together a package that solves their problem and gives them a better outcome? How can I look at where they are now versus where they want to be and create an all-encompassing solution for them? Whether it's a course, whether it's a program, whether it's a mortgage, you don't just offer that one particular thing. You bolt on not just what your client needs or not just what your client wants, but also what your client needs. You have to make sure that you're maximizing every opportunity. And it's about making sure that you don't just focus on the volume. That will keep you stuck. That will keep you lacking in profit. You need to increase your sale value, which you can only do by focusing on sales. And you have to constantly be sharpening your axe, getting better at sales, overcoming objections, making sure that you have the right skill to move your business forward. Now, once as a startup or as a 5-figure business owner, you are thinking about, or even an early 6-figure business owner, you know, 6 figures is 100,000 through to 1 million. I still use this process today as a 7-figure business owner, making marginal gains, because I am at step number 6, which is mastery. I'm constantly reviewing my vision. I'm constantly focusing on marketing and driving it forward. I'm making marginal gains in the process and the systems to make the job and the life easier for my people so that they can give a better service and a better outcome to our clients, and they can live the lifestyle and earn the income that they want, enabling me to focus on the sales and helping my advisors and my team and my people to make more sales, giving our clients the best outcome and the best opportunity. So I live at mastery. And you become mastery, or you're able to focus more on mastery of the other 5 areas when you've got at least a PA, when you've got at least a salesperson, when you have a process and a system that's beginning to get robust. You've got perhaps marketing internally or outsourced. You've got a bookkeeper who's giving you P&Ls, because at mastery, it's about monitoring the KPIs. It's about making sure that you've got metrics that you can track to drive your business forward. You need to build your business as a machine. It needs to be scalable. It needs to be profitable. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be able to scale it. Sorry, it doesn't mean that you have to scale it, but it means that you have to be able to scale it if you want to. That's the key part. It needs to be predictable. Otherwise, you're going to be stressed. You need to know that it's a machine that you can put £1 in and you can get £5 out, for example. In an ideal world, you want to put £1 in and get 10 or 15 or 20, £25 out. You can't do that if you're constantly acting day to day as a technician in your business. You have to bring yourself to the mastery stage to move your business forward. That's when you can start to work for your team and you can start to help your customers, your clients get better outcomes. I've been through this journey. I still utilize this journey. It's a proven 6-step process to building a more successful business without the overwhelm, a more profitable business without the stress. It will 100% make all the difference. It's enabled me to make one of my businesses 90% passive. I'm almost at a second one being 90%, probably 80% passive because it's coaching and mentoring and I have to do the specifics of coaching and mentoring. But once you identify your vision, you've got automated marketing, you've got a process and a system that works on autopilot, you've got people managing the process and the systems and the marketing and putting your vision into practice, bringing it to life. You're focusing on sales and maximizing every opportunity, getting the best possible outcomes for your clients. That's when you have a business. That's when you have a working machine. That's when you're able to do more of the things that you love with who you love. I'm a huge fan of a lifestyle business that enables you to do that. Whether it's time, money, freedom, investment, holidays, cars, whatever your flavor of choice, whatever you want to invest your money in is entirely up to you. But without a process, without a step-by-step, you are never going to be able to get there. And you need support. You need coaching, help, and mentoring in order to be able to achieve it. So if I can help you with anything with regard to the 6 steps, if you want to understand more about it, then send me a DM on Instagram. I would absolutely love to talk you through it. I'd love to help you build a more profitable, more fun, more successful business. This process has transformed my life. It's transformed hundreds of my clients' lives. And I know that it can transform yours too. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. Remember, now's the time to become pro.